it seems you are successful in imprisoning the monster again. You have my thanks, Samro. As do you, Groose. In return, I do not wish to dwell on what may have happened if you two hadn't been here. And I must say, Groose, you did a very good job. In return, you deserve to have me suck your anyway. Duh! Aw, you give me too much credit, Granny. You were the one who got me to stop feeling sorry for myself and put my energy into doing what I could do to help. I did what was necessary to get you to realize your full potential. Samro, you must wonder just what it is you've been fighting out there in the Great Pit. There is much I could tell you, but suffice to say, it is the root of the evil we face. When you pass through the Gate of Time, you shall learn more. We may seal it and reseal it into its pit 1,000 times, or at the very least one more time, but it will always shatter the bonds that confine it. Such is its awesome power. We must destroy it at its source, or suffer this fate again and again. There is no time to lose. Hit the gate with a Skyward strike. Okay, will do. Come on already. Charge that sword of yours with that sacred force stuff Granny was talking about, and zap the Gate of Time. Right on, Granny. Indeed. That was a quick change of animation. Instead of going from this to... Indeed. Now, Samro, go to the gate, and in return... Enough referencing the Happy Time murders. Funny movie, but you can't milk their jokes. Ooh, it's so bright! Oh! Excuse me. Yeah, I love how Groose falls over. Man, this is a pretty cool cutscene. This is one of my... yeah. This is one I really like in this game. So that's what Nintendo games looked like back in the day. Pixel art. Ah, there we go, smoother. Ooh. Well, that's some, like, high-tech computer stuff. Looks like it, anyway. There we go. That's a pretty cool looking gate. I won't lie. Do not fear it. This is what we have waited for. At long last, the gate has been reactivated. Standing before you is a path that transcends the flow of time. It is a portal to the past, to the very place where Zelda now awaits. Go bravely, Samro. If everything is as I suspect, the reunion with Zelda you fought so hard for lies beyond this gate. Off we go. But wait, there's more. Nah, don't worry about me. I'm gonna hang back here, Samro. That stupid monster doesn't know when to quit. If Granny here keeps yapping on and on about how we never know when it might bust free again. Someone's gotta stick around and guard the place. Might as well be me. That cheesy grin. Besides, if I'm not here, who's gonna look out for the old girl? And you know what? The music is so overdramatic. Nah, forget about it. When you see Zelda, tell her I said what's up. Humbling. Well. Thanks, Groose. Thanks for looking out for the place. Into the Gate of Time we go. Nice. I'm being really quiet, sorry about that. Anyway, into the Gate of Time we go. I just got caught up in the moment. Like, Groose really, like, showing he's not the same egotistical jackass he was before, and he's not, like, as obsessed with Zelda. He knows what to do. He knows his place in all this.
Hey!
At last, I've been expecting you, Samro. You are doubtless overwhelmed, so I'll explain this as simply as I can. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will come to be known as the Sealed Temple sometime in the future. In the future! You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here, the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise. And little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft. It is true to its name. You have passed through the Gate of Time to an era in the distant past. A link, and which I guess makes you a link to the past. You will have many questions, but for now, you must proceed back through the great doors behind you. Actually, to the right of you. It is here that the person you've risked your life and blood to defend waits for you. Alrighty, here we go. You've come so far, Samro. I forgot the voice. You've come so far, Samro. I'm glad you made it. I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. We've traveled very far from home to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king known as Demise have not yet healed. The fairy tales about that war we heard growing up in Skyloft, incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real. I think it's time you learned the whole story. Let me try to explain. The old gods created a supreme power and gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce. In his thirst to make the world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. He took the Triforce by force? The Triforce by force. The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became the new home of our people. In time, it became known as Skyloft. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hylia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold against this fearsome power. Hylia suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. Even though she's a goddess and, she should be immortal, she died. She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him. And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Hylia devised two separate plans and set them both into motion. Oh, the look on Link's eye. His face, but his eyes especially. First, she created Fi. She made the spirit that resides in your sword serve a single purpose, to assist her chosen hero on this mission. Her second plan,
was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul to the body of a mortal. She made this sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the gods could one day be used. For a while, the supreme power of the Triforce was created... For a while the supreme power was created by the gods, all of his power could never be wielded by one.
Well, that's interesting. You create a power, but you made it so that your kind could never use it. Wow, you must be very humble.
Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers and her immortal form. You've probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Samro? You are the chosen hero, and I, Zelda. I am the goddess reborn as a mortal. The day of the ceremony, Girahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives in the sealed grounds. She just kicked those bokoblins' asses!
I'm just checking the frames on my face cam.
I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me remember who I was and what I had to do. I set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa, an agent of the goddess, led me here to the past. All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of Demise. Stripped down of his true physical form by the seal that binds him.
Did I just say stripped down? Wow, Samro. Have to make everything dirtier, don't you?
Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes to the shape of an abomination.
Yeah, I saw. It's a giant pine cone. But even
in this hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do as he desires. Oh.
The feeling bad face.
We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him at any cost. That is why I intended to remain here in this time and place to sustain the seal best I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be...
I'm starting to lose my breath with this voice. Good lord. And it's hot in here.
We may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time.
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do, Link. I love that this shot's kind of similar to Ocarina of Time when you're in the Temple of Time and she feels all bad and stuff like that.
I must maintain the seal that I created so long ago, and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this is my purpose.
Oh my god, Link, what's with the eyes?
Samro, the goddess created Fi and the great blade that she's a part of for very specific reasons. For the task of standing against Demise in the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in her own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Samro.
Groose helped. Oh my god. Yep, those are thumbnail-worthy eyes right there, Link.
During our journey, you've grown so much. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you found true courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power of the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce!
Probably wouldn't say it like that, but oh well. Bow before you.
Valiant hero, you've endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. In return, along your travels, you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this, I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power, if you know what I mean. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend, and that within you dwells sacred power. This is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Samro. Draw your sword.
There we go. That's the Master Sword we all know and love. The goddess has blessed your blade, and the Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. The goddess sword... Oh, the sword is now... Not the goddess sword, that was eons ago. The goddess... Yeah, did it again. The sword is now imbued with a mythical power to drive back demons, and only Samro may wield it.
Samro, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world of worlds, where life is strong, and every step meets the rest and all that. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish demise once and for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, where one is all, and you should never fear the fall, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own.
A game theory!
The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. Somehow, I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of this land.
Right, that they could do something that the gods couldn't. So like it's like a checks and balances kind of thing. The gods don't have like ultimate power over the mortals.
Which brings us back to you. To face demise and give the land hope, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Samro. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield that supreme power. And so Hylia, and so I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into any danger without even a moment's doubt. I used you.
Well, thanks, Hylia. Okay, now those eyes are kind of appropriate, like, what? You used me? Oh!
I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all of this, Samro. But you have to understand, this is a war, and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do at the end of the day.
All that may be well-intentioned and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. I'll face myself and cross out what I've become. I'll start again, and whatever pain may come. To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep for thousands of years.
Oh, look at those tears.
Samro, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea that we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last forever.
Can't stop her, Link. She has to do what she has to do.
While it's true that I'm Hylia reborn, I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still your Zelda. When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, Sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all this is over, will you come wake me up?
Of course I will. I promise. Doesn't really matter what you put there, but what option you choose, I should say. Oh. Oh man, look at this shot right here. Oh, that's like the most emotion you ever see out of Link in any Zelda game. That's like the one time I've ever seen Link like seen it indicated that Link was crying. Man. Yeah. That's one thing that this game definitely does better than Breath of the Wild, is really get you gets you sucked into the story. And like the characters are, you know, you care about them, you care about the main characters, and you know, and they have emotions and stuff like that. Whereas in Breath of the Wild, Link is bland. He is so bland as all hell. And you care more about like the NPCs and stuff just because they're really likable. But I don't find myself caring so much about Link. Cause he's like really bland and emotionless in Breath of the Wild. But oh well. I see you've said goodbye. We're gonna teach him how to say goodbye, to say goodbye. Anyway. Now you must keep your promise you made to her. You must find the Triforce. Return to your time. There is work to be done there. True. Do not fear for Zelda. Alright, cool. Now you can go out here. Well, actually no, you can't go out here. No, it won't let you even open the door. You can go out here, no, you cannot yet. Never mind what I said. It was just pointless shit. Alright, cool. Alrighty. Oh man, we've been recording for only 46 minutes, nice. Well, on the face cam anyway. So, you've returned. Time for me to... Anyway, then you know everything. On the other side of that gate, Zelda waits, suspended in a sleep without end. But do not despair, for she is still alive and well. True to legend, the Triforce is the one thing with the power to vanquish Demise. Really? It's not the Master Sword? Only the Triforce? It is thought to have been hidden within Skyloft by the goddess. Sadly, that is all we know of where it rests. All other clues to its whereabouts have been lost to the ages. Samro, you have likely come to the same conclusion, but I will spell it out just the same. The key to finding the Triforce must be in Skyloft. Go now, Samro. Find the Triforce! Whoa there, hold up! Samro, there's something I gotta tell you. Alright. So Zelda, how's she holding up? Was she okay when you saw her? Actually, he's kinda in a sleep without end, so not the best. That's terrible. It's gotta be so hard for the poor girl. But you're gonna do something about this mess, right? Samro, I've made up my mind. I'm not going back. I'm staying right here with Granny. Ah, don't look so bummed out. Do I look sad? Nah, I'm doing what I want to do. I don't know how to explain it, but I got this feeling in my belly that there's work to do here. Excuse me. Someone's got to watch that big ugly monster, and someone's got to make sure Granny's doing alright. It ain't as action-packed as what you're doing, but maybe this is my destiny. Know what I mean? Flashback to Gru saying, "All that destiny talk's a load of garbage." Besides, it's not so bad here. Living up in the sky was okay, I guess, but don't you just love the way it smells down here? What? That's not weird to say. Check it out. Zelda and Granny have brought life back to the land here. I bet even the weakest sapling could grow into one beast of a tree in soil like this. It'd brighten up this place a little, too. I mean, sure, it'd take a few years for it to grow, but as far as I'm concerned, I got nothing but time. I got nothing but time. It's weird to say out loud, but that's just how I feel right now. So yeah, you know, when you get back to Skyloft, do me a favor and let people know I'm doing okay down here. Colin and Stritch might get a little emotional since they look up to me, you know, and all that. But you tell them I'm happy, alright? Thanks, Samro. I friggin' love Groos's transformation in this game. Starts off as the most pretentious jackass ever, but as time goes on, he becomes really likable. He has a really great character arc. Again, really, this is really showing what I love about this game. It might not be as, like, you know, open world and, you know, like, not as open world and not as, like, you don't have as much freedom as you do in Breath of the Wild or other Zelda games, but, you know, it really has great story, great characters. That's why I like it. I really like, Peanut Butter Gamer's video called Why We Love Skyward Sword. That really illustrates, some of the game's really good qualities. But yeah, I know I've complained like, you know, I've said many times that I like this game, but I've also complained left and right. This really shows why I like this game. Like, yeah, the characters, the story, it's all really awesome. You can actually really get invested into the story. But yeah, enough chit-chat about that. Now we gotta go back to the sky, and, I think on that note, though, I think now would be a good place to end the episode. So until next time, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Later.